Welcome back to BAS 120. Today we're going to go through example 7.9, comparing two supplier performances. So here you'll notice now we have two samples. Up until now we've been working primarily with one sample, comparing that sample to the overall population and seeing what happened. Now we're trying to compare two different suppliers, aluminum, steel, and durable products. And you can see down here in the file, there's all the raw data for you, which we've put, and we're comparing the different lead times. And we have a hypothesis because we're considering dropping aluminum steel sheeting because their lead times are significantly longer than durable products, at least we think. And, you know, all things being equal, we'd rather have the supplier with the shorter lead times. So you can see very similar. Step one is to determine our null and our hypothesis, our alternative hypothesis. So the null hypothesis is the average lead time of aluminum less durable is less than or equal to 0. In other words, the null hypothesis is aluminum is as good or better than durable in terms of lead time. The null hypothesis, what we are trying to prove in, is that aluminum is much longer lead times. So aluminum's lead time minus durable's lead time is greater than 0. Okay, to do this, and these are the same steps, we're going to, except it's a little bit simpler because we don't have to go through a formal calculation. We're able to do one Excel calculation and it gives it to us all at once. We're going to do a t-test, and it's a t-test because obviously we don't know, there is no population to know this stuff. And it's a two sample. We have one sample from aluminum sheeting and one sample from durable products. And the variances, we know nothing about the variances, so we're going to assume they're not equal, which will make the test a little bit stiffer. We go to the way this table came out is I went to data analysis, and I came down to a t-test, two-sided variables, and I opened that up and I put my variable range from my raw data, my other variable range. If I put my hypothesis mean difference is 0, right? And I put my labels and I said, output it right here in this area. It did all that work for me. Here are the results. And you can see it gives us a mean, a variance, a number of observations. I've highlighted here in blue some of the key stuff. It gives us our t-stat, our critical value, and our p-stat. And of course, this is a one-sided test because, again, we're interested in it being significantly longer, just the one side of the tail. And you can look at our p-value and our t-stat, and the results are we're going to reject the null hypothesis and conclude that, yes, aluminum's lead times are significantly longer than durables. Let's take a look at examples. That was example 7.9 and 7.10. We combined the two. Let's take a look at 7.11. Here we have the same type thing. We're taking a look at two different samples, and we're testing the two means. We took a look at the raw data down here, our estimated pile length versus the actual pile length to see if there's a difference. So we took this, we did the same type of analysis, our null hypothesis. We did a two-pair sample for the means with a t-test. There you can see same sort of stuff, went to data. And again, we get but this was a two-tailed test. So again, we reject the null hypothesis. Those are t-tests for when we have two samples as opposed to a sample versus a population. Any questions? Let me know.